blading. Kevon Biiz Thompson. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I hope you're well. Today we are going to have like the blading chat with our good friend Kevon Biiz Thompson, and we are going to talk about what is going on right now in NorCal, what is going on especially in San Francisco, and the Blade Week, what is going on right now with Blade Week, and so on. So yeah. Let's wait for a couple of people to tune in. I'm going to switch in Italian so I can make a little intro to our Italian friends. Oggi parleremo, ragazzi, con Kevon Biiz Thompson, che è uno youtuber della scena del pattinaggio. Parleremo della situazione che c'è adesso a San Francisco, cosa succede in tutto il nord della California, appunto per colpa del coronavirus, e del suo appuntamento settimanale che è chiamato Blade Week. Voi come state? Tutto bene? How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Ciao Sven, numero 1. Come potete vedere qui ci sono tutti i daily bread. Una parte dei daily bread. Ciao Teo. Teo, come stai? Tutto bene? Mosmat è un infermiere, quindi lo ringrazierei a nome di tutti quanti noi per il lavoro che sta facendo giù a Cesena, nell'ospedale di Cesena. Quindi grande Teo, sei il numero 1. Yo Bees, check this out. I do have like all my B-Megs here, like random stuff within blading inside of it. I got like B-Megs here, one here, all of daily breads, and here you do have like bladings DVDs and something here as well. Can't really see stuff. So Bees, if you're ready, we can start our little chat. I have to apologize because for some reason, and like I was thinking about like doing it like around 8:30 Italy time, which it was like 12 p.m. in San Francisco. So I made this by mistake. So I apologize with you guys for that. Let me just put this one on top, and yeah, let's start to. The screen with our good friend Biiz. Yo, Kevin.
My cat is trying to get in on this, bro.
That's awesome, fam. Let me what's up, Nico?
What up, Doc?
Fine. What about you, brother? You good?
Chilling, man. You know, I'm here quarantined. Hold on. Yeah, tripod gang.
Awesome.
What up?
For some reason, the typing in here, like change your name with from Kevin.
Autocorrect.
Yeah, autocorrect.
Yeah, they have no idea how to deal with cool guy names.
Exactly. So how's life so far? Everything's fine?
Chilling, man. You know, stuck inside, but it's good. You know, just the daily routine of working, trying to figure out if I could skate anything, and then more work.
Are you able to skate like in front of your yard or like anything like that?
So like we can go outside and stuff.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like more just for essential stuff, but I think I've been like just big wheeling around the neighborhood like once a week, which has been fun. But like, yeah, we're not really supposed to be doing that or like going to parks and stuff, but it's fine. I'm about to build a box.
Oh, really? Perfect. Great. Little essential.
Yeah, about to build a nice little box, and then I'm start making skits because I'm kind of bored, but you know.
Yeah, of course. We need to do something because otherwise we're going to get crazy within our addiction of blading.
And I'm already crazy, so it's like just gonna amplify.
It will reach like another level.
Yeah, man. People will not watch me anymore. That guy Kevon has lost his mind.
Damn.
How
So
are you
how's
doing, man?
fine, fine, fine. I'm stuck here. Like I think right now we are in the same situation.
Mm,
Besides the fact that like here in Milan and in Italy in general, it's super restricted the quarantine. So
mm.
we have to stay inside since like already 2 weeks right now.
Oh, crazy.
They did have an increase like the rules. If they can cut you around, you can get like a $2,000 fine. If you're
Jesus.
more if you're more than two persons, you guys can have like more than 5,000 each euro fine. So it's gonna like
Oh,
just because
wow.
like we like I was saying that like to everybody, we
Mm,
completely underestimate the thing. We were like, yeah, I mean, we can chill, like we can go around as long as like we are like taking the social distance. But like it didn't work out because in the streets there were like lots of old people,
mm.
especially going around to supermarkets and going into parks with their grandson or granddaughter and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so that is why like we do have like all of those huge numbers of infected people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like just because probably the government said that we were going to be in quarantine the weekend before the day of the starting day of the quarantine. Like
Mm.
everybody were outside. Like, literally everybody. Like I never
Damn, dude.
the skate park we used to go skate all the time, the one with the balls and the rails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was packed. I never saw. I They were like, I'm not kidding. There were like probably 400 people in the whole like area,
Yeah.
which is usually they're like 20, 25
Oh,
in a good
wow.
day. So it
Jesus.
was like,
Yeah,
yeah, it was
everybody
like
just
super.
try to take advantage of like no one's supposed to be going anywhere, so I'm gonna go
Exactly.
here. And then
It's
it's
going
like,
to
oh,
be my
everyone had
last
the
day of
same
freedom.
idea. Right, right. That's crazy. It
Yeah.
hasn't been like that at all. Like, I mean, there's been people like going out. Also, what's up, Chuck?
Yeah, everybody's in
There's
here.
been people who like they go outside, but it hasn't been like that crazy yet. I heard in LA they had like a bunch of people just going to the beach. Like the beach was packed. Which is the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing right
Yeah,
now.
exactly, exactly.
But
But like I was watching before a story of Betchy, and like there was like a number saying that like the infected people in LA, it's mad high. I wouldn't
yeah,
say like the same as New York, but something like that.
yeah, it's a big number, and like the people in the Bay Area is the same. The number is kind of big. I don't really know like specifics of the numbers, so like hopefully my Bay Area people don't get mad at me. But yeah, I know that the numbers are relatively high because people are still like going out and hanging out. I saw this chart that really blew my mind. It was like a dot, and then it had like lines that go out because if you go outside and you talk to one person, that person could talk to five other people, and then those five could talk to five other people, and how it spreads like that. And so it's
Which
like if
is
you just stay inside the house.
which is basically what happened here in Milan, like or here in Italy in general. Like the first guy who get infected was like a 38, like 30 something years old guy, and like
Mhm.
he get infected by a German like manager at his job, and
Yeah,
he passed it to some people at the bar where he used to go all the time after work, and from
right.
that like it was like he passes for 5 persons, those persons pass it to like 40 persons, and then from that it scale up until like the situation that
Yeah,
we do have it right now.
yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, so you
Yeah,
really
it
gotta
is.
like, first of all, you need to know where you stand on that, and then know to not go around a bunch of people. And also, yeah, if we all stay in and like watch ourselves, we should be fine. But
Exactly, because the more we stay home, the faster this thing will go away, and
mhm,
the easiest for all of us will be like to going back to the normal schedule. Because right
exactly.
now it's everything, it's stuck everywhere, and it's pretty insane.
It's like I was looking at it when it first started locking down. So like the Bay Area, I was in LA with all the Too Easy guys. Shout out to the crew.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I came back to the Bay to quarantine. So like it wasn't quarantine in LA, and then it was not it wasn't stay at home in LA, and it was stay at home up here. And I was just like kind of looking at it and trying to figure out like what's going on. It's like a lot of people are kind of like in different areas with the lockdown are going to be hurting in a sense of they can't work. Like my sister, for example, her restaurant just refuses to do takeout orders. and so she's out of a job until they figure out how long. And they said till like the middle of April, but she had to pay rent on the 1st, and then she has to figure out where that money's going to come from because she's not actually getting hours. And there's a lot of companies that are like, well, I think LA stopped, San Francisco, I think stopped like you don't have to pay rent. I think they just stopped with like student loans and stuff, but still like there's still other expenses that are like, yeah, you still got to pay your car note. You still have to buy groceries. Like you still have all these other things to do. So I'm just kind of like, I'm juiced that I get to work, but like I know a lot of people are directly affected by not being able to go out. So it's like crazy.
Yeah, I was talking with Kevin the other day and with Miguel as well. Like they both are working into the music business within like shows and stuff like that. And especially for Miguel, within like his event stuff, and he told me like everything it stopped. And he's also like brewing some beers and selling like sodas and beers like up there in Hamburg. And like within all the bars that are closed, he's like fully like unworking because of those of that situation. So it's pretty tough for everybody.
Yeah, so people are gonna feel it like real hard, which is scary because you know you do everything right and then you get a lockdown, and it's not your fault that things are locked down. Like it's not your job's fault, but it's like people can't afford because people aren't getting income. I saw my mom hit me today actually because she saw there's like a bunch of cars in Dodger Stadium because dealerships can't sell cars right now. So like, though that industry is kind of hurting too. I mean, the car industry is whack anyway, but that industry is hurting, and like they have all these new cars that are coming in, and they can't sell the old cars because no one's buying cars, and like it's a weird trickle down effect that's happening right now.
So. Yeah, and I think that this is one of the key points that like governments or like governors, right to say, or like prime minister, like in different states, should like really taking care of the people. Not right now, not especially right now when the crisis is going on. But I was talking with Louis Villar, a blader from Lyon. I don't know if you know this guy. We were talking about like the fact that the crazy thing and the scary thing, it's what is going on after the thing that like has been passed. Okay, like we are getting rid of the coronavirus, but like how are we going to be able to going back to the normal schedule? How are we are going to afford the money that we have lost during those 2, 3 or whatever months are coming? So
yeah, how do you rebuild from here? Like, so the effects aren't even just this time. So this time sucks. Like this time is like weird, but I know that's going to take a while for them to like, first of all, come up with a cure and then distribute that cure. And then that's going to take about a year. I was looking at some of those notes. That's going to take about a year. And then the people, the companies that lost a lot of money, are they going to be able to recover after this? What extra things do they have to do? It's like a weird balancing act because there's some companies that are like flourishing right now because of this, aka toilet paper industry is blowing up because everybody's buying toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I mean, like, have you ever saw one of those images that I've seen around the internet, the people going crazy to buy like packs of toilet paper? Or?
Yes, the stores are bare. They are naked right now, like because they just, and you don't even. It was funny because I don't know. You guys have Costco in Italy?
No, but like we have something like that.
Okay, so Costco is Costco has those like giant things of toilet paper, and they're now they put up signs, and Costco is notorious for returning anything that you have. If you have shoes from 3 months ago that you've worn, Costco will take the return if you have the receipt. Yeah,
really.
But they're not taking returns on toilet paper and like all the paper stuff because you bought too much. Like they're like, you're just stuck with that paper. Give it away or something.
Which makes sense. I mean, like, I was talking with my cousin the other day, and she lives in Manila, in one of those neighbor in Manila, and she told me, which it was pretty smart, that like the owner of the store, like Costco, whatever, like something like that, they allowed people to buy max 2 pieces of everything. Like if you want to buy like a box of toilet paper, you can maximum like buy 2 of them. If you want to buy like 6 Corona beer or like 6 Budweiser beers, you are able to buy like only 2 packs, nothing more. So
yeah, Well, that makes sense because
Exactly.
things don't run out so fast. It's because people, I mean, especially like America is built on greed anyway. What's up, Marquis?
Yeah.
Um, America's built on greed anyway, so it's like people just want to get as much for themselves, and they don't even need it, and they're like wasting all this stuff that people could like. I'm lucky that I have a little roll of toilet paper for myself, but it's like if you're a family that needs that big pack to make it through these 2 months, and all the packs are gone for this one guy who just built a bunker in the bottom of his house, like that's so whack, dude.
So you were saying that you're still able to work. Like, which is your
Mm.
actual job?
So I'm a videographer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm how do I explain myself? I'm a videographer and I'm also like an animator. So I do a
Okay.
lot of like lowbrow animations for this this app company. So our job, we have an office and stuff, but my entire job can be done from my bedroom.
Okay, perfect. So
Yeah.
it's like, luckily you're still able to work and
Hmm.
still able to do your stuff.
Yeah, the thing that's been crazy is that so mostly what I do is ad creation. So I'm in marketing, so I create a lot of different video ads and animation ads, and we've had to stop running a lot of them just because of the money because we're not getting that much money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also it's just kind of bad, like it's kind of weird to be doing trying to get ads for people to sign up for stuff while they have no money to sign up for things. So we have to do like a kind of a transform, but we kind of still figured out like a position for me to like, there's a lot of stuff that we have coming down the pipe that I've been able to like create visuals for. So it's a good move.
Oh, perfect. But like, are you
Yeah.
like freelance and working for them, or like
Oh, no,
an employee?
I'm like employee. Yeah. I'm a salary
Okay,
employee
perfect.
from them.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Which is like the best situation right now. So you can
Right.
on your free time during like the daily work, you can skate a little bit your box in front of your house and then come
It's
in.
funny because I'm going to take a nap every time. I create something, I'll take a 20-minute nap. Create
which
something else, another 20 minutes.
which is, makes sense. So you can rest, you can chill, and
Exactly.
awesome, awesome. Glad. And then like I always heard about like San Francisco or like all of that area, which is like a pretty like I wouldn't say exclusive, but a pretty expensive area. Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
correct? Is it where you're living pretty expensive or?
So, yeah. Well, I mean, everywhere in the Bay Area is expensive. Even from like East Oakland to like the Mission in San Francisco, like all these different places. It's a higher level of expense. I mean, for everything. I was trying to buy a car, and the same car here in LA, the same exact year, same exact model was like a $2,000 difference. I just think everything is more expensive up here. So like where I live is cool. Like I can afford it and it's fine. Like I have a nice little place. I have some roommates. But a lot of places are like just too damn high. A lot of people end up living with each other. I have friends who are planning their wedding right now, and they have 2 roommates.
Wow.
And it's like they can't even. It's kind of weird. They can't even like start their family because they have. Yeah, it's super expensive, and it's mostly because we're like we're the tech capital of the world. All the tech companies start here. All the ones that flourish stay here, and like it's all over. So I work in an area called Dublin, which is funny because people outside of the U.S. think I work in Ireland, but I work in a place called Dublin, which is completely far out from where all the tech companies are. So the tech companies are in like what's that place called? Silicon Valley, which is like west southwest Bay, and then San Francisco has a bunch of them too, and I'm like completely out of the realm.
Okay.
So it's nice like that, but yeah, it's crazy out here, like expense wise.
We do have like a shout out for you from Space Viking Cowboy who says, "Sup, Bees, you the shit."
Oh man, I'm not the shit. You're the shit. Space
Great.
Viking.
So
That's a beautiful name, Space Viking Cowboy. Jesus Christ.
I would say like he's from Texas because they say, "Hey, have you ever guys skated in Texas?" No, I wish.
Don't, but I have an ugly best friend that lives there in Mount Ashby.
I really cannot wait for like the new joint from Anthony Medina, the Candy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait for that either. That looks good.
Yeah,
I can't wait to talk shit about it on the show.
Hey, so what about right now for the show? Like, first of all, like, explain us, like, when did it happen that you like was wondering, like, when you created the Weekend Blade, like, how did it happen, and what is like the thing behind it, and like, what is your mission?
So, did you ever see like the skits I used to do? Like the girls like rollerbladers.
See,
yeah. So
it was super fun.
Yeah, I got really into that, and I want to keep doing them again. And here's what really it is. I'm not a good rollerblader, so I was like, let me figure out what I can do for rollerblading besides being a good skater. And I'm like in school. At school, I went to school for like broadcasting. So I naturally know how to like create news shows and news pieces and things like that. And so I just took those skills and applied it to a show like this. And I also like, the main thing was just like, fuck it, let's see what happens. It seems like a cool idea on paper. Let's actually do it. And I was sitting there trying to figure out what kind of show to make for a long time. I had an idea with, I wanted to do, like those Braille guys, the skateboarding channel. I wanted to do something like that where we get a group of guys and we're just playing different types of skate games and stuff like that. But that didn't really pan out. And then I was just I've always watched The Daily Show and Stephen Colbert and all those guys. And I was like, maybe I could do this for blading and figure out a way. And then I shot the first one at my old house and on the porch, and people really seemed to like it. And so I just kind of kept going with that. And I think my main mission with it is for bladers that don't watch anything online, because I have a lot of friends that don't, just because there's so much coming down the pike. This is a quick way to see what's the best stuff to watch, or what stuff that is just coming out that you can just see, and then you can know what's happening in blading, even if you're not in tune to all the chats and all the groups that we have. Like, is one easy place to digest it. And then also, I want to make sure that like it's funny enough and entertaining enough that people who don't rollerblade can tune in, because I watch stuff like, I don't even know, that's just, I don't understand what's going on, but the guy who's hosting it is tight, or the girl who's hosting it is dope. So I want to make sure, that's kind of been my whole flow. Make something that people who blade will like and not have to take apart, and then people who don't blade can get interested in blading, or just interested in knowing that a sport that's supposed to be underground and no one does anymore actually exists.
No, it's pretty cool. I do really love the idea, because it was something that like it felt that there was like the need of something like that. I do think that like there wasn't already something like that, and like what you did within like your Weekend Blade was pretty cool. And the fact that like you're able to talk about blading in all different way, in all different aspects, it's pretty cool, because you're talking about products, videos, social media teams, and like you're giving like a weekly overview on what is going on into the blading world. Right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's when I first made it, I didn't think that there was a need for it. I was just like, this would be fun. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see if anybody will like this. And then people were really telling me that like I filled a void, or like there was definitely a need for it. I'm doing something that people have been trying to do forever. And I'm like, I didn't think of it like that. I was just like, I think blading could use this, and I think it'd be nice. And I think I'm funny sometimes, so let's do it. And then I remember I was like looking at the first episodes of it, and I was like, this shit is horrible. Why do people like this? And then it just got better when I like got the studio and we started.
Okay, no problem. I got like another message from Space Viking, who said, I got interested from TWIB and Moonshine. So because of you guys, he's been like interested about blading. So
and Moonshine is dope. I know Juan's watching this right now. Moonshine is the shit.
And who's behind the Moonshine? Like, is it like somebody from LA or from?
It's one of the homies. It's it's one who's from the Bay. He lives in LA now, and then his other partner lives in I think Florida or something like that. There's a team of them. Mm-hmm.
So like, what is going on right now with the Weekend Blade? Like, how are you going to be able to produce like a new episode, just like within the social content or like videos coming out and stuff like that?
Yeah. So most of it is, I think what people are doing now is dropping a lot of videos because people are at home, so they need stuff to watch anyway. So it's a perfect time. It's a perfect time for any kind of social content to be dropped. I don't know if you ever listened to that podcast with me and Crayons, but like I'm really focused on the YouTube and the Instagram algorithms. So I can see, I talked to a friend of mine who works in social, and she like gives me the lowdown on what's happening, like different trends are happening online. So right now it's a peak time for anything that people want to drop online. So if you want to drop a video right now, it's the perfect time to drop a video because so many people are going to watch it because they're in the house. So Twib is going to be focused a lot on videos, social content, people you can follow, stuff like this. We definitely want to have more people watching these, and then getting more people for you to talk to and like interact with around the world. Stuff like podcasts, I'm going to try and probably talk about whoever's dropping new podcasts and stuff. A lot of, with my job, we're focused on telling people to stay at home and shop online. So it's kind of the same thing here. So like you can support your like local skate shops that can do different online orders and sending in packages and stuff like that. So I'm really going to try and focus on that. Products have kind of slowed down because of a lot of things coming from China or coming from, Italy. Like those different type of shipments are kind of hurting. So I think I'm really going to focus on different media that's out so that you're sitting at the house, you can have stuff to watch and entertain yourself. And then maybe like focus on like a lot of the challenges that are happening right now. I know Montre put out that video and he's annoyed by
all the challenges nominations.
He's like, stop tagging me in these moments. But I think that's what I'm gonna focus on, is stuff that focus on ways that you can entertain yourself while you're in the house. And also like the show is the show. I want to figure out if I can do any more interviews. I kind of want to take your idea.
You have to. No, please. I mean, I've done it because I was here at home bored, like we did nothing much to do because I'm as well like a videographer freelancer. So like all of my jobs are going to be postponed within all of these things going like to be passed. So like I was here and I was talking with my wife, and we were like discussing about like what to do to do something for the community, to spread the word actually, because like it sounds crazy, it seems so far, but it was just like a week ago when I spoke with Niels, and like in every state it was like completely different like from the situation that we are having here right now. But in a week everything like turned upside down, and like every state it seems like they're going to be at the same situation as we are right now in Italy. So that is why I've done it. So please, if you want to take it, do it, and I'm happy and I'm glad to.
But that's like it's super sick like that you're doing this. Like, don't, just so you know that this is like super dope, because I've been watching them and like you put me so after that full Brando, that tank top wearing head ass. But yeah, I mean it's crazy how different, just in the U.S. alone, how different states are taking their approaches to it. Because the thing is that's always been weird about America, like, or North America, is that like we have all these states that are supposed to be united, but when it comes to implementing policies or working with each other, we can't. So like every state kind of functions as their own little country. In that sense, like, because they all have their own system of government. It comes from the top, but like they all have their system of government that like controls how they do things. So it's weird that like we can't all get on the same page, but it's like dope, because that means every time you talk to somebody in a different state, they have a different view on what's going on.
Exactly.
I think that is cool.
That is why like I was wondering in the beginning like to talk with all my friends all around the globe, because I was looking for having like a perspective of what was going on from Latvia to California, from Ohio to Israel and stuff like that. So that is why I'm doing it, and I'm happy to say that like next week I'm going to talk with Miguel Ramos, with Gabe Drum, Cameron Card, and
I'm gonna get on Gav drums and talk so much shit.
and also I'm trying to be in contact with a blader from Palestine, and like we need to figure out something because he does like a sketchy connection. So like as soon as he knows like a place where he can get like a good Wi-Fi, we're going to settle down this interview because we also here in Milan collect a lot of used skates and stuff like that to send it over to Palestine.
Oh,
so
really? Sick.
Yeah, we have done it like late January, like a week before the Winter Clash, and then like after the Winter Clash, all the thing happened. So like we are still in standby, but like as soon as like everything will be unlocked, we are going to send like our team. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be like 5 types of skates, wheels for ages, and because we saw like the people. It's like the guy from I would say Nigeria. Is this the guy?
Dan?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who's skating with his like damn skate, but like completely broken, and his friends skating with like barely fitable skates.
Yeah.
That is why like we are doing it in Palestine. It would be great to collect like skates from different like persons in Italy to send it to places like Nigeria or Nairobi or those kind of stuff. Just
that'd be sick. We have a friend up here, Walter. He takes a lot of our whenever we have donating skates, he takes a lot of them down to El Salvador and like different places in Mexico too. Yeah, which is sick. It's cool. Like you could sit there and sell all your stuff on the internet if you want, but like being able to put skates on somebody who can't skate, that's kind of what it is at the end of the day. We want more people rolling around.
Exactly.
Like, even if you're just rolling down the street. Like I'm so sick. Like this is kind of fucked up, but whatever. I'm just so sick of seeing people on skateboards that don't know what they're doing, who could put on rollerblades and have the time of their life. Like, I just think like those sports are so easily accessible. Why don't you try something different that no one else is doing? Why do you want to be like everybody else? Like, let's pick up some rollerblades and roll around. So like, yeah, I think it's cool to just like that you guys are sending that stuff to Palestine. I think more people need to get into that of like getting skates to different people so that you know, like I always have a pair, like 2 pairs of skates. I always have like 3 pairs of skates on me. I have my skates, a small pair, and another pair of like my size. Just so if there's anyone around, like I have a pair size of 9 or no size 10s. So if anyone else, if I'm ever rolling around and somebody wants to try it, it's right there. Because it's like as soon as you put it on, you're like in love. Yeah,
exactly. That's what happened to me. Like in my case, like before like started skating, I was skateboarding in like late 99 because of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like everybody,
of course,
everybody started skateboarding because of that video game.
Everyone.
And then like to drop it in from a ramp, I was looking to drop in from this ramp with my skateboard, and then a friend of mine told me, "Hey, why don't you try to drop it in from the ramp with these rollerblades?" They were like which type of skates they were? Probably Rollerblade Daytona or Rose's Fifth Element. I can't remember well.
Okay.
And then like I put them on, like I drop it in, I fell on my back as everybody, but then like the moment that I hit the ground, I instantly fell in love with it. And like I can still remember, I do still remember the energy that like that impact give to me. And like for some reason, I start to realize that I was capable to do something, and I fell in love with that thing, and I felt really part of something different and something cool, and that is why I started skating. Actually,
that's tight. When I was 10, I landed my first trick on my first try by like accident. I have one of the homies I went to school with. We realized we like lived down the street from each other. And like he had a box, it was like probably 3 feet long, and we took it around the corner from my house, and that was when everybody was rollerblading, and like that was like I think that was towards like the end of like the rollerblade era, but like everybody had rollerblades, everybody was skating, and I had a pair of like just like little rec skates, and they helped me take the middle wheels out, and one of the homies, D'Anthony, taught me how to like show me what a soul grind was, and I jumped up and locked. I don't know how to this day. I slid like maybe an inch and landed it. And I was like, all right, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. And then I just kept skating. And then the thing is like that was one weekend, and then the next weekend, everybody got skateboards, and I was the only one that still didn't have a skateboard. And so I would just like hang out with them with my rollerblades until 8th grade. I met Gregory Preston's ugly ass, and that became my best friend. And then I just skated every single day with that fool. And look at you, man! You fell on your back, and now you got 2 top horns like a motherfucker. Like, so,
no.
Like, Jesus.
Thank you,
Matt's in here too. Matt Reyes with his ollie top and soul head ass. Damn, that fool's amazing.
Damn, this kid. You know that he's my cousin. Have I ever told you that? Yeah.
No, you never told me that.
So it's like we do have like the whole family. My brother, my cousin. I need to bring like I need to bring also my father to the blading game.
It's never too late. Yeah,
exactly. Like Franco, the guy who skates sometimes with Franco is called the guy who skates with Matt Mickey, the 74 years old guy.
Oh yeah. Dude, that guy's tight.
Yeah, exactly. So you were like. Yeah, so am I. I'm like seeing right now the contract to be able to skate until 74.
That'd be so sick.
So you were like born and raised in LA, right? In like in Compton,
Long Beach, California.
Long Beach. My bad. I'm sorry. And then right now you move up to San Francisco.
I moved up here for school, and then the work was just kind of like as soon as I got out of school, I ended up getting a job. And the work was just too good for me to pass it up. So I was like, I'm just write it out for a little while. And it's been like, I've been out of school since 2015. It's like 5 years. And just been like hanging out with the Bay Area homies. And like, I go back home all the time. Like at least every other month I go home.
Oh, like we met that night in the skate park. Can't remember which name of that skate park was. When Julio was there, Jeff Stockwell they were there.
Oh yeah, Long Beach Skate Park. Yeah, like
probably yeah.
Was it at night?
Was it night? Yeah, was it night?
Yeah, so it was Monday night. Yeah, or night skate.
Perfect. And so I mean it's already like 41 minutes or something like that. So
Jesus.
Yeah,
we've been on here forever.
Kind of, yeah. So like, what is going to do like on the next days, like trying to produce like as much as like Weekend Blade content for Weekend Blade and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I just dedicate Sundays to doing it. I like my scripts are done by Friday. So then Saturday, Sunday, I just kind of like shoot and edit. But I think the move is right now is to just make as much like do twib every week. I did last week from like in my kitchen and it went off like really well. And then I did it over here and I like sprayed it. But I want to make sure I have a weekly blade every week so that there's stuff for people to watch. And then I really want to get back into doing skits. So I'm going to be working on a couple more skits to like they're shareable. People can laugh. Like there's a lot of stuff, just like negativity all the time. And I'm way more positive than that sometimes. So I'm going to be working on music again. I'm in the house, so like if I do my 9 to 5, I knock that out. I'm just gonna make more content and then share it with you guys because the like rollerblading has given me so much. So I need to give back to them at some point.
Awesome. Which is like also my point as well. So yeah, it's good to see that like there are people like you who are like holding it down and trying to represent it and like spreading the word as much as you can, and it's pretty wonderful.
Real. I can't hurricane topsoul. So I can at least tell you who did a hurricane topsoul so that you can watch it. That's where I come in. I'm the middleman here. I'm the messenger.
Which is like and a key like role into the society because otherwise you can do it hurricane topsoul like 540 true top acid, but like if nobody's telling you, hey, you have to watch this guy because this guy is capable of doing this and that, and like some people like you who's really good on explaining what is going on and like what's the differences between like a backside than like hurricane topsoul or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No, really. Yo, Biiz, I do really appreciate this chat. Thank you so much for your time.
Me, man. I appreciate
No, my pleasure. And I'm looking forward to see you. Like probably will be like the Blading Cup if.
You go to Blading Cup?
I mean, like if. Like all the things are going back together and stuff like that. Of course I will.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I'm going Blading Cup. I'm also going to Winter Clash next year if we go.
Oh, perfect.
Because I was so mad this year that I didn't go to Winter Clash.
Oh,
but I'm going next year for sure. And you weren't there when I went.
it's like, yeah, it was crazy. I mean, like work and stuff. Because originally I was supposed to save money to go to the Blading Cup last year where Adam Feinberg was. But then like it ended up with like there was like a lot of jobs and stuff coming out in November. So I had to postpone the Blading Cup. And then I decided to go back to the Winter Clash because I was regretting so much the fact that I wasn't at the Winter Clash for my first time in 14 years, 15 years, can't remember. Wow. And I was regretting it so much. And
dude, I was so sad. I was like, I should have just went. I don't know why I stayed at home.
And oh man, Travis is here. Matthew says, come here in Milan. So next time you have to come in Milan.
I gotta go to Milan because you got Marquis over there, and that's my boy. So we need to go. And you guys making Milan look so fun. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna win a clash. I gotta go to Barcelona, and then we're gonna go to Milan. And then my next trip, I need to go to London because I got the homies in London that I need to go see. And Greg wants me to go to Denmark so bad. So we all around, baby.